Lost Ruins is Dangen Entertainment's newest release on the Nintendo Switch. This pixel art Metroidvania not only puts a survival action at your fingertips, but also weaves a rather gloomy story that intertwines well enough with the broody world you're set to explore. As you begin, you find yourself in a rather decrepit dungeon where everything and everyone is foreign to you. After a bit of exploration, you're encountered by Beatrice, something of a guide to you in the upcoming journey, who also suggests that unlocking the secrets of the ruins will also unlock the memories that have been hidden away in your mind. So as you set off to find the minions of the Dark Lady, you get a rather clear-cut picture on what you have to do, take down the bosses, and learn a bit more as to why you're here in the first place. Nothing is ever voice acted, sadly, but the interactions between the characters are well done and feel grounded, as well as enough to provide a good set of world building for those who actually want it. Along your path, you'll also find plenty of journal entries that build out the world as well even further. These serve to tell you a bit more about the previously defeated bosses that you came across, or more about how other characters have opinions on you. Gameplay wise, you have 4 difficulty options to choose from right out of the gate. If you wish to make this a real slog and a painful experience, you have that option right away. For most people, the normal and easier difficulties will suffice. With that said, even on the easiest difficulty, expect to die a few times, as learning the enemy behaviors triumphs all. As you begin to explore, you'll find all the typical expected occurrences, options to find purchasable items, armors, healing materials, and even weapons. There's no crafting for most weapons that you'll find, and believe me, you'll find plenty. Each one feels extremely unique, enough to give you a good sense of what you wish to go after. If you want big, heavy, hard-hitting weapons, that's one path. If you want to focus on casting, that's another. That's fine too. Small weapons and fast weapons are there as well. The trick is that not all weapons are effectively against all enemies, so you can't just equip one weapon and expect it to carry you throughout the entire game. Normal enemies will also block attacks, while others fly and perhaps even dodge them. So it requires you to tweak your loadout just a little bit to make their demise a bit faster. As base equipment goes, you have 2 weapons equipped to you at all times, including ranged weapons as well. Then you can equip 2 spells of your choice. You have the typical health and mana to consider, and then there's the accessories to supplement your playstyle. Spells come in many forms, giving you outright offensive capabilities, while others are a little bit more passives. Spells do have a limit on top of mana expenditure, which can be replenished whenever you save or hit a warp point. Essentially, you can think of them like bonfires without the dreaded feature of bringing back every enemy you already killed. You simply regain all your powers and continue forth. Saving is also done this way, as you pass statues that will auto-save, or you can find a literal PC to save your progress. As you explore, you'll notice that the map is cleverly designed, as most Metroidvanias are, with ways for you to get back to an area after you open a door or go around a certain path. It never feels like you're just lost and have no clue where to go. But if you do, for whatever reason, end up getting lost, just open up the map and find a way forward should not be a problem. Another clear sign that you're going the right way is finding and defeating bosses. First off, do not worry. There's a save point right before each one of them, so if you die, you start off right next to them. Bosses feel like impressive feats of strength that at first may seem daunting, but quickly after seeing their movements a little bit, they become a little bit more approachable. Each boss fight has 2 to 3 different set of faces that they all feel and fight in unique ways on top of their quirky personalities. Once you defeat them, you'll gain a little bit of knowledge and some usually good passive items to help you move forward. Visually, the game does some impressive pixel art work. Everything looks highly detailed, and things either shimmer or blend into the background accurately enough to give you a clear tell that you can interact with them or not. Boss fights specifically look gorgeous, and discovering new areas is always a delight to see which biomes you'll discover. Performance on the Nintendo Switch is mostly good, with one specific continual set of moments where performance just flat out tanks. This happens basically when you take down a boss. There's particle effects everywhere, and the game just basically slows down to a crawl. Not that you're fighting at that point or anything like that, but it feels very easy to spot and it's a minor unpolished moment in a rather properly handled port. Another complaint that I have is essentially the way the game hands out coins or lack thereof. Coins are used to buy weapons, healing items, and armor, but barely ever do you have enough to buy more than one thing at a time. The game does not reset your currency whenever you die, yet you still never have enough for just about anything. Another issue is the menu navigation if you wish to use items mid-combat. You have to open up the entire menu and go through all of your items tabs. It feels like there could have been an easier way to let me get to my healing item faster than having to go through the actual menu. Lost Ruins is a gorgeous game that brings in some interesting and new tweaks to the Metroidvania formula with some really high points, especially during boss fights. At the same time, some small performance issues and design ideas hold it back from feeling excellent. Nintendo Sphere gives Lost Ruins on the Nintendo Switch an 8 out of 10. If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya!